Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of This is the Police. We are at August 12th, and we are gonna go to work and see what happens today. I hope something happens today. I have a stripe to give out. I'm gonna give it to Bailey. Ah, finally, story mode.
You know when a police chief really feels his power? When he hires and fires people? When he throws folks in jail? When he's bossing everyone around all morning? No, there's no power there. Just bureaucratic red tape. Like directing traffic. Not that it's all bad. No, I feel it the most when people come to me with accusations. Accusations happen outside the law. They don't need to be rational or supported by evidence. They don't petition justice in the careful words of legal formality. No, an accusation is a personal cry, full of resentment or envy, a defeated moan, or an angry howl. The accuser rarely imagines you'll share their resentment, their envy, their hatred. No, but they do imagine that your love of power is so strong that you'll leap to decide the fates of others, happy just to take someone's word for the facts. Businessmen accuse the gangsters blame our public figures denounce politicians, the politicians point to the businessmen. When it comes to accusation, there's only one rule. Don't aim too high. If you overestimate your own importance, then complaining can cost you your life. So choose the easier path. Exaggerate as far as you can, and try to make your plea sound as sad and pathetic as possible. The accusation I received today sure didn't fit the normal mold. After killing Vikas Varga and routing his supporters, Sand further strengthened his already powerful authority. Even a month ago, anyone coming out against Sand would sound like a lunatic with a death wish. Today, it's the same thing as suicide. But the letter I'm holding in my hands directly connects Henry Sand, lieutenant of the Sand Mafia family, to the reported death of successful banker John Pazzi. Henry has a daughter, Marianne, a dancer, and apparently it all started with her. One day, Marianne danced in the title role of a production of Giselle.
Cool.
And Henry, proud father that he is, brought the whole family to the premiere, along with some of the family's business partners. Among their guests was the young banker John Pazzi. He couldn't keep his eyes off Marianne, but she ended up brushing him off. In response, Pazzi ambushed her one night after rehearsal, pulled her into his limousine, and had his way with the poor girl. After that, gentleman that he was, he drove the girl home and threatened that if she told anyone what happened, her mother would get the same treatment. But her father still managed to shake the truth out of Marianne, and he decided to take his revenge. Of course, Henry knew he couldn't just go with his instincts and put a bullet in Pazzi in broad daylight. The rich bastard was too important for business, and Henry is neck deep in the family business, overseeing transportations for the Sand Mafia. He knew about every delivery delay, every car, and every shop. It was mostly thanks to Henry that the whole Sand operation rolls so smoothly. Henry has free access to all their off-book cars, and a tar black motive. Yeah, he could easily arrange the death of John Pazzi as a drunken, late-night hit-and-run. But Henry Sand is smarter than that. If this story about Pazzi is true, he'd more likely go to the boss and ask permission. I'd have figured this letter the ramblings of a retired gangster looking to spice up his life with little excitement. The way the letter started, "My dear little old cupcake," I had every mind to toss it in the trash. But something else got my attention. They're rarely ever signed, but this one ended Robespierre, and I doubt it's an imposter. No one would go against the most powerful group in the city, hoping to hide behind the name of some prankster clown. Like everyone else, I had no idea who Robespierre was or what he wanted. But there was no doubt that this guy was more than a little crazy. An arrogant psychopath. Could be dangerous. definitely worth looking into.
Robespierre, the new guy in town. Robbery, Bank of Freeburg. The bank is located in the city center where there's a lot of traffic and civilians. Block the exit of the bank, sneak up to the front window, peek inside, take up a comfortable fire position at the main exit. Block it. A woman's shout can be heard from inside the bank. Get the thingy. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Armed robbery. Even late at night, finding the right bus wasn't too difficult. The criminals abandoned it in less than a mile from a suburban motel. Search the bus. A motel manager reports 3 men threatened me with a gun when I said we had no more rooms. I put them in a room we already rented, but they won't be happy when our guest returns. That one. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Finally!
Oh, Jack, you always come back so late.
What's wrong? Bad news?
Good news, Jack. Laura is ready.
Ready how? She's coming back? When?
Not that fast, Jack. Laura's ready to talk. But if she's ready to talk, she's getting ready to come back. You just need to find the right words. You can find the right words, right, Jack?
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't ask for this, Jack. It's the middle of the night, and I'm alone on an old farm, 40 minutes away from anywhere, sat on a creaky porch, and now I'm getting snapped at. I came here so you could personally promise me that you'll be able to find the right words. So let's try again. You can find the right words, right, Jack?
I can find the right words, Mrs. Markham.
That's good to hear. Tomorrow night at 3 o'clock at the Octopus Restaurant. You know it?
Yeah, but it's closed at night.
Oh, I've arranged for them to be open. Don't be late. But don't come too early either.
Mrs. Markham?
Yeah?
I should probably offer you some tea or something before you go.
Do you have any tea?
No.
Good night, Jack.
Oh, Jack's an idiot. Day 30th, August 13. Debbie's Cafe, charged with health and safety violations. B annual report, more deaths than birds in Freeburg. Red cat rescues girl from rapist. It's a good cat. Robbery, city center. The offender attempted to escape the mall, but the guards blocked the door. He turned and fled back inside, looking for another way. Wow. Somebody, stop that thief! The offender ran into the skating rink, then slipped and fell on ice. As he struggled to remain footing, he pulled a knife from his pocket. Use pepper spray. Mass riot. The fight is in full swing and some combatants are carrying weapons. Shouldn't dare. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. More.
According to Mrs. Markham, I was supposed to spend all day thinking up the right words. But to my surprise, I did my best work when I shut my head off. I didn't even want to think why Laura decided we'd meet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a restaurant we'd never gone to. I didn't know what to tell her, and something tells me she's no more ready for this meeting than I am. By nightfall, I finally stopped worrying. The right words would come when they were needed. And if they don't come at all, then so be it.
Oh shit.
I've heard said, when you're knocked out by a single blow, you don't have time to feel any pain. Well, that's a lie. It's painful as hell. Every day I spent in that coma, the pain was unbearable.
What, a coma? What? Wild corruptionist? What's this? What? What is this? Day 55, September 7th. What just happened? Good morning. Day 56.
Yeah, I heard about that already. But what if they decide to spill it to the papers? We need to start thinking now about covering our asses. I know people who can deal with this, but they'll need at least a week. Plus, if we wanted...
Lieutenant Stat, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have Jack Boyd on the line.
Who?
Jack Boyd, sir. He's calling from the hospital.
Gibson, I'll call you back. Don't do anything without my team. Jack, well, wow. I didn't know you were awake. Doctor said you could be in that coma for months, even years. How are you feeling?
Tell me who's in control, Martin.
I don't think I follow you.
For God's sake, Martin, tell me it's you running the department and not some stooge from the mayor's office.
Yes, Jack. I am performing the duties of the police chief, but the new man's coming on Saturday, Kevin Paulson.
Kevin Paulson?
Yes, it's the guy from the...
I know who Kevin Paulson is. Now listen carefully, Martin. I'm coming back to work. I'm Freeburg's police chief, and it's gonna stay that way for another 4 months. Now you get on the phone and do whatever needs to be done. You run into any problems, threaten them with the media, court, or blackmail. But I don't think they'll give you any trouble. The mayor knows it's easier to just wait until the winter than deal with a scandal. Oh, and assemble a press conference.
Listen, Jack, I know the truth is on your side, but you have to take into account...
Martin, how long since you transferred to my department?
Coming up on 5 years now.
How many times in the last 5 years have you come to my birthday party? How many times have you come to the farm when I had the boys over?
Never had the pleasure, but...
Never. Because you couldn't care less. And I don't care for you either, Stat. It wasn't me who appointed you deputy, and you wouldn't have been my first choice. But if you do ever come over to my house, you won't miss the big hole in my backyard. Garbage pit. You know, for old rubbish. A smelly hole filled with rotten furniture and other crap. So, Stat, if I even for a moment doubt your devotion, you'll go straight into that pile of trash. Maybe you'll get to catch up with some old friends. You remember Kendrick, don't you?
I'll schedule the press conference for tomorrow, all right, Jack?
The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
Damn. Day 57. Now you have a new car? We hope it will help you fulfill all your secret dreams. And now you have new clothes. We hope to make you feel younger. Now you have a new hairstyle. Looks like this luxurious head of hair will easily convince everyone that you're a king among men. What? You now have a new attitude. From now on, you are a true warrior. One who will not suffer the idiots who stand in his way. You are independent and self-confident. What? One last detail is missing. Fashionable sunglasses. They'll give a final touch in your image. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. Good morning. How can I help you? I know exactly what I want. Oh. I want these. Tell everyone you want to stop at nothing. Make clear that the decisions you make. Let us bring out your hidden sexuality.
No, that would be too much.
What? Fuck you, Jack. Day 58.
Wow, Jack, what's with the outfit? You planning on...
The pit in the backyard, Martin. Always remember about the pit in the backyard.
Don't talk to anyone before the press conference starts. I'll try to get you on stage quickly. Kevin Paulson is here. He wanted to...
Jack! I hardly recognize you. That's quite an image for a man like you. An old dog with a new trick, right? We should see each other more often. How long has it been?
Last time I saw you, I fired you, Kevin.
Ha! You mean the day I resigned in protest over the corruption and lawlessness at your police department, right?
Yeah, repeat that shit often enough, someday you might start believing it.
You know, Jack,
Damn.
I'm glad that everything turned out so well. Unlike you, I've made good use of the past 7 years. My new construction company keeps getting jobs from the city, and we're doing really well. I have a new house, new hobbies, even a new wife. Maybe you've met her, Shelley Rogers.
Oh, Shelley Rogers. So you really are in bed with the mayor.
It's a dream come true. All my dreams have come true. Only one thing remains. To bring order to the Freeburg Police Department.
You being serious, Kevin?
I'm serious as ever, Jack. I'm the most serious man you know.
It's not often you see the past and the future Freeburg police chiefs at the same press conference. I hope you have time to talk, Kevin. There's something we need to discuss. Jack, the reporters are waiting for you.
My retirement plan somehow just got turned into a circus. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at swallowing swords and jumping through burning hoops. They all seem to like it.
Yay! Press conference. Good morning. Mr. Boyd, that new hairstyle? Yes. Do you know the person who attacked you? Hard to say. Everything out so fast I could see his face. I have to admit it's possible that it was someone I know. City Hall has yet to give a definite answer to whether you will be returning to your post. Do you believe Roger will decide in your favor? It doesn't matter what he says, because I'm the damn police chief and he can damn well get used to it. Do you think what happened to you somehow affected you? We'll see. Why guess? Let's wait a bit and find out. Thank you. No problem. That was a quick pass. Day 59. Jack Boyd, unable to name attacker. Jack Boyd recovered from a head injury. Police chief awakened from coma. That's a new car, alright. After tired, taking a hard walk, the crane and go home. Yes, come tomorrow. Why? I fucked this up. Oh, I just extremely fucked this up. Oh, cool. New songs. Go to my, do I not have, oh, I only have SWAT in the paddy wagon. Oh, oops. That needs to be dusted off. A cop hunt. Martin said, Jack, while you were in the hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. The coordinating officers one by one are beating them to death. Our boys started refusing to ride out on calls. Okay. Some gentlemen are asking that you exit the office. They appear to be armed. What's happening? Oh, great. You're in jail? As of today, you didn't have enough officers on staff to prevent the city from descending further into chaos. The city administration demanded your arrest and seize control of the police department. Okay, so don't ever start the day without police officers. Because then you'll get arrested. Which I think is bullshit.
Looks like we have a situation.
Reckless endangerment in the ghetto. In the dirty basement, a teetering old man is digging around inside a young man's ripped open stomach. What did I just read?
415.
And the caught, officers unharmed. No, well, the boy's dead, but...
We've got a situation.
Assault with an
here.
offensive weapon. The van is empty, but the engine is still warm. The area is silent and dark. Well, I don't know which one I pressed, but it worked. It did not work. Jesus Christ, it won't end.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freiburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Krasinski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great. You see, Dr. Krasinski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I'd just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow, I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
Damn. Day 60 is gonna start in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. A lot has happened this episode, by the way. Holy shit! We didn't get a lot of story, and now all of a sudden we got a lot of story. So, again, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked this episode, leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode of This Is the Police. See you then. Bye bye.